how to talk like a feminine woman and get your needs met, basically get whatever you want. Your level of success in your relationships, in your career, basically your growth as an individual depends on how do you communicate with people and how do you operate and how do you navigate socially among people. Sometimes when we are too straightforward, repeating constantly what we want, yelling, shouting, people generally don't like to listen to such people and we feel unheard and misunderstood. And sometimes when we are becoming passive, we do not tell people what we want, we people please, we have fear of abandonment. Sometimes we sell ourselves short and obviously we will never get our needs met like this. So we need to find a balance between these two behaviors. So how do we communicate with people where we get what we want, we stand our grounds and still convey our standards? Basically how to communicate with others for our inner satisfaction so we don't feel later on, oh my god, why did I say this? Right? Let's get into it. Hi everyone, this is Manisha and welcome back to Sthiirta. If you're new here, Sthiirta is a community for wellness of women where we talk about everything that is related to uplifting the personality and becoming the best version of yourself. If this is something you're interested in, please consider subscribing to the channel and join the community. Her number one rule is 10% talking and 90% listening. See, a man is respected when he has self-control. A woman is respected when she knows the power of being silent. If you see a woman arguing all the time, giving her opinions all the time, trying to prove her point all the time, when the discussion becomes the argument, that's when you know the woman is operating from her masculine energy at that moment. She has completely lost her mysterious aura. Feminine women do not prove anything. She's too lazy for that, okay? She has immense amount of self-worth within her. She validates herself. See, you have all the rights to ask a question when you do not understand where the other person is coming from. But the urge when you are constantly putting your opinion across to know what the other person think of your opinion, this is coming from an insecurity where you want your point, your thought process to be validated. While listening, she is already questioning her own thought process. Okay, she is not delusional, whatever I'm thinking is absolutely correct. It doesn't work that way with her. She validates her own feelings while listening to other people's opinions, other people's thought process. So rather than arguing and putting her own opinion across all the time, she listens more, and if she has to change her own point of view, this person is saying something which makes sense. So I think whatever I'm thinking, it's not making as much sense as this person's thought process is making sense. All right. This is happening all inside her head. She doesn't have to utter even one single word to validate her own opinions or her own thought process, and she doesn't want to validate other people's point of view as well. She listens to understand, she doesn't listen to respond. She doesn't have any ego to prove herself right. Alright, she basically starve other people of her opinion. Nobody can know what actually she's thinking, what opinion she holds. Nobody knows. When you starve them of your opinion, they would want to know it more. When you keep on blabbering your emotions, your thoughts, your needs too much, you already made them cheap. Nobody wants to listen to it anymore. Let others get attracted towards your silence in the room full of blabbers. This works in relationships as well. When your partner knows that you are silent, less sharing kind of a woman, he would want to know your thoughts more, what exactly you are thinking. Less talking and more listening works in all areas of your life. Number 2, she speaks when she's spoken to. As simple as that. See, feminine women do not spend their energy in any conversation too soon. She's smart, she's an observer, she keeps herself silent and she observes the room. She has her own thought process, her own values, her own beliefs, which she doesn't want any validation for from others. She validates herself, as I mentioned before. But if somebody is asking her opinion about some topic, then she unapologetically, sensitively, respectfully, firmly voice out her opinion. If the other person disagrees with her opinion, then she's like, okay, you asked for my opinion and this is what it is. Do you have any other perspective where I could see that I am wrong? And if she agrees with the other person's opinion, then she simply adds up her point of view and just take the conversation forward. As I mentioned before, she does not have any urge to voice out her opinion and thought process all the time. So basically, she has this sense of respect for the differences that we have. So basically, in her presence, everybody feels like they have a platform where they can voice out their thought process without any judgment, because she doesn't have anything in her mind when she's listening to the other person. She only speaks when she's spoken to. As simple as that. So she carries this respectful energy, not egoistic energy, absolutely respectful energy, that I am responding to you or I am talking to you because you asked me to. So you are asking her opinion, that's why she is responding you with the opinion. She is not at all snobbish, not at all egotistical. She is simply a respectful woman towards herself first and towards your time and energy as well. Number 3, she is not rigid with her thought process. See, she is not a stupid woman that whatever you will tell her and she will change her values and beliefs and thought process just like this. Okay, you need to prove with the valid points and healthy discussion that why she needs to change her beliefs and why she is wrong. Okay, but the moment you come from a place where you have to be right, you want to make a discussion into an argument, that even if she is giving you a valid point of view, you are just simply dismissing it. You have the agenda to just be right all the time. She is not going to invest her energy into you. She is very high value. She is not going to invest her time, energy, and even a single word with your conversation. She is more than okay to change her thought process, her beliefs, and values if you have a valid point of view to change it. Feminine women barely care about being right. They don't give a shit about being right. See, she's very intentional and very smart with her conversation, as I told you before. She doesn't invest her energy unnecessarily on wrong people. So, whenever she's speaking to you, she's always mindful about what she is getting out of this conversation. If this conversation heading towards the argument and just being right, okay, and she gets to know that the other person is very rigid with their beliefs, she will drop the conversation. She doesn't even mind saying that, okay, you are right and I am wrong. As simple as that. She doesn't want to invest in you, not even for one more second. But if you are okay for the healthy discussion, respectful discussion, if you guys are having a conversation where your beliefs and values are challenged, your thought process is challenged, then she is putting her point of view across, you are putting your point of view across, okay, and you guys are having a healthy discussion to see what can we do about this. If this conversation is too important, because her priorities are so set, she will let go of 80 to 90% of the things. 10 to 20% of the things are her non-negotiables. She will not budge on that, and that's the only time she will have any discussion with you regarding what should we do about this, you know. Otherwise she'll be like, yeah, okay, whatever. She is so relaxed from her mind, her energy is so relaxed. She just doesn't want to get into any complication. She makes life simple. Number 4, she doesn't dictate, she requests, and her timing is immaculate of making the request. And you might be thinking I'm talking about such big things, right? I'll give you a little example. Little, I mean, you would not even believe how early in your childhood this could start. I have a nephew, okay? He is probably 8 years old or something. I have noticed something about him, that whenever my sister and my brother is on a phone call, very important phone call, or they have their attention somewhere else, he just want to ask them for something exactly in that moment. When my brother is free, when my sister-in-law is free, they are not doing anything, he has no demands, he has no requests, okay, and whenever they are busy, he just keep trying to bring their attention back to him. And I realized that if he keep doing this, if he doesn't choose his timing right, then he will never be heard and understood. He will always feel that nobody listens to me, nobody understands me. But that's not true. He is just choosing the wrong timing to attract the attention. So, how does it look like in a relationship? How do you choose your timing right? So, when he's stressed, do not ask him to be emotionally available for you completely. Meet your own needs instead. At that moment, that's what you need to do. If he's broke, do not ask him for more than he can give you. If he's deeply upset about some work situation and he needs some space to think about stuff and solve some problem or anything like that, he just needs space. Do not ask him for quality time at that moment. You will never get your needs met. A feminine woman has the power of emotional intelligence. She can be easily in tune with other people. She can read the room. That's why her timing is very perfect. Of the topic I'm talking, such women can easily lose themselves in a relationship. She is so in tune with other people in relationships, she forgets herself sometimes. That's why women always have to have strong boundaries, strong, healthy boundaries. Okay, so people do not respond to entitlement and demands very well, specifically men. She make the requests from the place of deserving, and she is completely okay if the request cannot be met, which is rarely the case. Number 5, she is soft but firm. See, softness is one of the feminine qualities. But if you only have feminine qualities, you will be exploited, manipulated, and hurt all the time. A feminine woman, the woman that I'm talking about, she is a balanced woman, okay? She has maintained and balanced her masculine energy as well within her. So nobody can just simply come and manipulate her. So if she has to say no to somebody, she is not a masculine, wounded, feminine woman who will be like, no, I don't want to do this. She will not be aggressive towards you. All right. She'll be like, no, I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. When you notice a feminine woman, which is very rare scenario these days, most women are wearing the masculine shield. But when you heal your feminine energy and get into your feminine side, all right, when you get into your balanced energy, you will be able to see the change within you, that women are soft on the outside. See, our body is very soft, all right, and we have very core beliefs and core values that keeps us strong within us. So people around her might be thinking she's so gullible and she's so soft and she can be manipulated, but she stands in her own power. She is so connected with her own body feeling. She will immediately know that something is wrong here. She's so connected with her own intuitions. She has the power and mentality of abundance. She does not try to get her needs met from just one person or just from one job. She's not desperate. All right. That's why she can be soft, warm, playful on the outside, very inviting on the outside, but she's very firm on the inside, and she knows her standards and she stands her grounds. Number 6, she knows how to be vulnerable. See, it's very difficult to be a feminine woman in today's time. All right, women are wearing masculine shield every day, and sometimes your femininity gets wounded right in the childhood. Okay, I also had a very rough start in life. I also had to heal my feminine energy. So when you are operating from your masculine, you have a wounded feminine energy. So how does a wounded feminine energy looks like? Okay, she has fear of abandonment. She cannot express what she wants because she is not in touch with her own body and feelings. So basically, she doesn't know what she wants. You people please others. You feel like you are a burden. You do not know how to receive. Okay, feminine energy is all about receiving. If you have problem in receiving compliments, gifts, support, or anything, notice yourself. How do you operate socially and on a daily basis? All right, if you have all these qualities, probably your feminine energy is wounded. Whatever natural feminine qualities are, you are unable to be in those qualities. That's how you know that your feminine energy is wounded. Okay, so when you have a wounded feminine energy, it's very hard to be vulnerable. So hard. So as an adult, it is our responsibility to heal that feminine energy. When the feminine energy gets wounded, it's most likely because she could not rely on the masculine energy around her. That's why she has built that masculine energy within her to survive, to protect herself, to make her feel safe. All right. So a balanced woman, the woman that I'm talking about in this video, she has both the energies and she has maintained and balanced that energy. 20-80 rule. All right. So 20% masculine, 80% feminine. All right. So that feminine is wounded right now. So what do? You go back to your inner child. This worked for me, and trust me, I have heard this from so many people. You need to address that inner child who felt unsafe, who felt like a burden, who felt like she was not wanted where she was, who felt like if she expresses her needs, it will not be met. When I took therapies, my therapist literally gave me two chairs. She made me sit on this chair right now as an adult, and she made me imagine my inner child sitting on that chair. I literally spoke to that inner child. And then she made me sit on that chair as a child and made me talk to myself, my adult self. I literally had a conversation with my own inner child, and it was mind blowing. Go back to your inner child, talk to your inner child, take the therapies. You have to heal in order to become vulnerable. You can't be vulnerable if you don't even know what you're feeling. You're not in touch with your own feelings. And even if you are understanding what you are feeling, you are not able to follow those feelings because you don't feel that you're worth it. Your self worth was destroyed. In your childhood, nobody met your needs. So now, as an adult, you don't even feel that your needs are supposed to be or deserved to be met. All right, that's why you're not able to literally communicate with other people. And it's not only about what you want out of the other person. When your vulnerability is not in place, when you're not able to be vulnerable properly, you are not able to literally express yourself. Your words fumbles, like literally you say something but you mean something. You know how many times it happens with us women? You think it's the education or knowledge issue, you're not able to find the words. No, you're not able to find the feelings, you're not able to find the words for what you're feeling. That is the case most of the time. Okay, so go back to your inner child, listen to that inner child, talk to your inner child, and give everything to her what she needed. Trust me on it. The moment you see your self worth, once you get connected with your body and your feelings, it is so hard to go back. You will never be able to go back. It's a one way road. The moment you see your self worth, you will not tolerate anybody who don't see it either. All right, what did we learn? Let's recap. Validate your own feelings, thoughts, beliefs, and values. It will help you speak less, talk with intention, and it will make you mysterious. Be vulnerable without caring about the outcome, and for this, you need to heal your inner child. Be soft in how you speak, but be firm in what you speak. Don't be entitled and demanding, but embody the deserving energy. And lastly, give people freedom to own their own opinions, and you will see them follow yours. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. I hope you like the time you invest in my videos. It means a lot to me when you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, hit the like button, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for once again watching this video till the end, and I will see you in the next one.